Overall, Scene 1, Doctor's Care Hospital, Day. A celebration banner hangs crookedly across the staff lounge. Congratulations, Director Miss Manis. Miss Manis's best friend Angelina Stockton cheers along with the other nurses. Dr. Julia Miss Manis, short lab coat, turquoise boots, and tall blonde blowout hair raises a champagne flute filled with apple juice. Doctor, thank you everyone. As your new director of St. Mary's Mental Hospital, I promise to keep the chaos to a bare minimum. A gurney suddenly crashes into a vending machine behind her. Soda sprays everywhere. It soaks a sign nearby that reads, Doctor's Care Hospital celebrates 3 days without lawsuits. Doctor, see? Already an improvement. The crowd applauds before eventually dispersing. From the doorway, Dr. Rita Retardio, mid-40s, orange spray tan and hair like a microwave top ramen packet, saunters in with a smirk. Rita, well, if it isn't my favorite ex-lover, arch-rival, and sepsis hazard. Congratulations, Julia. I haven't seen you since the malpractice hearing. Doctor, oh, the one with the inflatable colon? Glee. Good times. Rita, you look good. Stressed, but in that sexy aneurysm way. Doctor, flanks. You look like you've been left in the microwave on high for too long. They stare each other down like two cats in a medical supply closet, the competitive and sexual tension between them thick as hospital custard. Then Rita smiles. Rita, dinner tonight? Marina Bar and Grill, my treat. Like old times, minus the malpractice suit. Doctor, fine. But if I hear one chew above whisper level, I'm filing a noise complaint. Scene 2, the Marina Bar and Grill, night. Romantic lighting. A harpist plucks soft chords as candlelight flickers. Dr. Miss Manis and Rita sit across from each other. Rita, I'm glad we got to catch up. It's been too long. Doctor, yeah, it's nice to. Gahaha. A monstrous swallowing noise echoes. Wine glasses tremble. The harpist stops mid-note. Doctor looks briefly irritated, setting down her fork, but brushes it off. Doctor, how cute. You swallow like a broken sump pump. Rita, oh, that. I had a little epiglottis surgery after an accidental kick to the throat at an orgy. The surgeon sneezed mid-stitch. Now every swallows, gahaha. Glasses shatter at a nearby table. A couple celebrating their anniversary turns to glare at them, their mood deteriorating with each glass-shattering gulp. Doctor, that's not a swallow, Rita, that's a warning siren. Rita, it's medical, I can't help it. In a corner, a surly health inspector scribbles, noise pollution violation on a notepad. Doctor leans in closer, glaring. Doctor, the saw-wallowing Rita. I mean, what the hell is your problem? You could try doing it quieter. Maybe internalize it, like guilt. Doctor lightly pounds the table with her fist, causing the silverware to jump. Rita blinks, looking hurt. Rita, you used to like my noises. Doctor, I used to like your face too. A moment of awkward silence passes between them. Doctor, you know what, Rita? You're not the lesbian temptress I used to know. You used to be challenging. Sexy. There was such passion between us as workplace rivals, and then as Glovers. And you know what you are now, Rita? Rita blinks wetly at her again, looking like a sad frog on the verge of tears. Doctor, now you're just a wrinkly, orange spray-tanned, top ramen-haired, loudly swallowing has-been. Rita, it's not like you don't make noises when you swallow too. Doctor, I don't know what you mean. Glurg. Doctor audibly swallows as she takes a gulp of her drink. Rita, see? You do it too. Doctor, mine's elegant. Yours sounds like a walrus choking on linguine. Rita, you've changed, Julia. You're not the same compassionate gynecologist I fell for. Doctor, and you're not the same proctologist I accidentally sedated during a staff meeting. You make me sick. Rita, it's pronounced, sick, Julia. Doctor, no, it's sick. The stroke took the eye, Greta. Doctor stands, furious. She throws down her napkin. Doctor, I've lost my fucking glapatite. Have a nice life, Greta. Rita, wait. Can we at least talk about this over drinks? Doctor looks horrified. Doctor, no. No drinks. No more swallowing. She stomps off, boots squeaking, leaving Rita alone. Rita begins to cry, each sob punctuated by a deafening, gah-ha-ha. A ceiling light pops. The harpist flees. Rita swallows again. Gah-ha-ha. The chandelier collapses, flames erupt. Scene 3, the next morning at Doctor's Care Hospital. News of the chandelier inferno has gone viral. Dr. Miss Manis sits before the hospital's HR director, covered in soot and reeking of burned candle wax. HR Director, Miss Manis, you were seen fleeing a restaurant that caught fire immediately after an altercation, yelling no more swallowing, before impact. We can't have our new director trending under hashtag #SwallowGate. Doctor, not my fault. She weaponized her uvula. HR Director, we're sending you to Tranquil Pines Anger Management Retreat. Mandatory if you want to keep this position, Miss Manis. Try yoga, or something that doesn't involve sharp utensils. Doctor, will there at least be Wi-Fi? HR Director, no. Doctor, then I'll die there. Scene 4, Summer Camp, Camp Quiet Ears, Day. A rustic sign reads, Camp Quiet Ears, for children of hearing impairment. Due to her horrible swallowing waking patients and destroying medical equipment, Rita has lost her job at the hospital. She now works as an arts and crafts director. She's chipper, serene, determined to make a difference. Rita, okay kids, time to glue macaroni. Remember, art is silent but powerful. She smiles sweetly, then swallows. Gah-ha. The sound rolls across the camp like a sonic boom. Campers clutch their heads in shock. Kid 1, I can hear. Kid 2, me too, but I wish I couldn't. Camp counselor, her swallows breaking the sound barrier. A cabin door rips from its hinges, canoes flip. The camp director storms over. Director, Rita, your compassion is admirable, but your larynx is a public menace. The camp's insurance doesn't cover miraculous auditory restoration. Rita, I was just trying to help. Director, well, now we have 48 kids with tinnitus and 1 traumatized moose. You're fired. Cue Rita's final swallow. Gah-ha-ha. The director's toupee sails off into the sunset. Scene 5, India, Day. Cue a sitar rendition of My Heart Will Go On. Rita, dressed in flowing white, sits cross-legged among monks in an ashram. She tries to meditate. Each swallow. Gah-ha-ha. Birds explode out of trees, elephants trumpet, the guru's robe flaps like a flag. Guru, the sound is not your enemy, my child. It is your soul seeking release. Rita, so should I do vocal yoga? Guru, no, exorcism. Also, please stop, you're scaring the cobras. A chime sounds from somewhere in the ashram. Guru, now it is time for mantras. Everyone chants in unison. Om. Om. Rita, go home. Candles blow out. A monk drops his tea in terror. Scene 6, Tranquil Pines Retreat, Day. Dr. Miss Manis sits cross-legged beside other patients chanting OM. Her eye twitches every time they chant. Doctor, God, this is so fucking gay. Therapist, focus on letting go of control. Doctor, I'm trying, but that man's breathing too loud. I can't help wanting to euthanize him. A bell rings, she flinches. Doctor, I swear the universe is mocking me. Therapist, and now everyone, breathe in, breathe out. Doctor's teeth grind in suppressed rage. A piece of enamel chips off and flies into someone's hair. Doctor, breathe in, try not to strangle, breathe glout. God, I hate these people. Scene 7, India, Day. Rita walks barefoot down the banks of the river Ganges, looking serene and contemplative until she steps in a huge pile of human shit. Splat! Rita, gah! Meanwhile, Miss Manis sits in her office, eyes closed. Behind her is a certificate that reads, Dr. Julia Miss Manis, MD, P.HD, OBGYN, and STD. She breathes deeply, doing her best not to get pissed off as she tries practicing mindfulness. Back to Rita at the river Ganges, sunset. Rita sits in peaceful reflection. She swallows softly, the water ripples gently. A single cow moos approvingly. Scene 8, Doctor's apartment, night. Doctor sits in dim light, watching the flat screen in her living room. Doctor, glah. Finally, home from that glay-ass retreat. Bunch of fucking fruitcakes. She takes a long swig of wine, kicking off her turquoise boots as she rests her feet on the coffee table. A pile of mail scatters onto the floor. Doctor, glurg. A soup commercial comes on, the actor swallowing audibly. Doctor scowls and flips the channel. Doctor, Gletch. The next channel plays a wine ad filled with similar noises. The next channel features an ASMR video full of swallowing sounds, then a nature documentary on swallows, then footage of a throat surgery. Doctor turns off the TV, slamming down the remote in frustration. Doctor, goddamn, what the hell? I've tried to move on, but the swallowing tray eggers are everywhere. She raises her eyes to the ceiling in exasperation. Doctor, why? Why do you hate me so? She sighs, taking another gulp of wine, and her eyes land on the pile of mail on the floor. She picks it up, shuffling through a stack of bills, glowering. She stops suddenly when she sees a postcard. It features a line of elephants silhouetted against a colorful sunset. Familiar handwriting decorates the back. Dear Julia, sending this to you from India. I heard it's good for the chakras and epiglottis. Still slightly loud, miss you anyway. Found peace. Hope you are well. Rita. P.S. I will be back in Barbeville next week. Maybe we can try dinner again soon. Not at the Marina Bar and Grill though, as I am no longer allowed near the building. Doctor's face softens into a smile. Doctor, maybe I was too hard on her. Scene 9, the cafeteria choir. Doctor's Care Hospital Cafeteria, Day. A banner reads, Swallow Therapy Support Group, Week 1. Dozens of patients sit in rows with water cups. Miss Manis supervises with a clipboard. Doctor, all right everyone, slow and gentle, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Group, glurga. Ceiling tiles rain down. Doctor, beautiful, we're making progress. The cafeteria windows shatter outwards. Pigeons flee. A janitor yells off screen, the lunch special just flew away. Doctor smiles proudly into the camera. Doctor, at least it wasn't seafood this time. End theme, jazzy elevator music mixed with throat noises and clinking glass. The end.